Are you in need of some Zen? You have found it. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. And let's roll. Wanted to say a big happy holidays to everybody out there. I know this is the week of Christmas, so it's probably a fever pitch. Like you don't have any money left. You've got bills that need to be paid. You've got Christmas presents you want to get to. And you're trying to figure out the holiday gatherings and what you're going to be bringing and all that business. And there's always that one person who says, yeah, you can do this. And then all of a sudden they tell you something completely different. It's like, it's madness, right? I want you to take a deep breath. Let's do it all together, okay? I found a few tricks that have helped me calm the F down a little bit. Finding a comfort meal. Is there something that's super easy that you could eat? Maybe this is alone or with your hubs, and maybe finding a holiday movie that you absolutely love. When you start to feel like you're ticking up into this space of, I don't know what to do next, don't do anything, but relax for a moment, because this is just a moment and you do not need to kill yourself for this holiday. It's supposed to be a time of loving and giving, and I don't really feel very giving, right? I mean, I do, but at the same time, I feel like I'm trying to give to myself. It's not selfish. No, it's called self-care. My husband and I were having this conversation this weekend because it seems to be kind of this fever pitch the week of the holidays, because we've got, bills that need to be paid, and then there's presents that we want to give, and there's places that we want to go, and family gatherings, and who's bringing what, and miscommunications, and it feels very overwhelming. So last night, my husband and I decided, all right, we're going to have a delicious meal that we're going to make together, and then we're going to watch one of our favorite Christmas movies. So that way, it just is a really, really nice snow globe type of feeling. So we made pepper bellies, which the recipe is actually over at kffm.com. But basically, it is your favorite type of chili. Get some Fritos, get some cheese, some tomatoes, some pasilla pepper. Ooh, if you haven't, oh my gosh, that green leaf lettuce. I like a little onion, tapatio, and the layers. So you cook your chili up, you put the Fritos, and then I put some cheese, then some chili, then some more cheese. Ooh, and sour cream. Oh my gosh, don't forget the sour cream. Layer that thing up however you like in a nice big old fat bowl, and I will warn you, this thing is going to expand in your stomach, and it's so good. Like at bite maybe number 4, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, I want to go back for seconds. My mouth is literally watering as I'm talking about this. So I'm just warning you now. This is one of the most delicious, wonderful, wholesome, hearty meals. It brings me back to my childhood. If you've ever gone to a baseball game, sometimes they have that. They call it walking Fritos. Sometimes if you can put the whole mixture inside a bag and walk around with it, so you don't even have to dirty your dishes. That is a plus. But oh man, it is so flipping good. And at the moment, I can't even remember the holiday film that we watched, but A Castle for Christmas is a winner. If you haven't seen that one with Brooke Shields, I talk about it a lot. A Christmas Story, any of those movies, anything that is going to calm you down, because at this point, the holiday season is supposed to be about giving. That's what I keep on hearing in all these different movies. We're supposed to have the holiday spirit of giving. I want to be a giver too, but I also am really tired of allowing people and allowing myself to give more than I have. And then my tank is empty and I'm over here feeling frustrated. And during the holiday season, your mood is already ticking up a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, I had a very, very deep conversation with somebody last week based off of these affirmations. And this person hears me on the radio all the time and felt that they were ready to make amends with some stuff that doesn't directly affect me, but totally affects me. And it was really heartbreaking and it was very difficult to go through it. But I was so proud of this person for opening up and being honest and not turning themselves into a victim, but also acknowledging the part that they had to play in something that was eating them up inside. We have all made horrible decisions. We have all done things that we're not proud of, and we can't change anything in our past, but we can take this moment right now to start doing some self-care, to start looking at where we want to be for the next 10 years. And maybe that's too far. Maybe let's just stick with 2023. Yeah? What do you want to do at the end of this year? Do you want to be in exactly the same spot that you are right now? Because I do believe in the end that it begins with self-care. I have both my hands up. I'm a people pleaser, and I'm realizing that is one of the most unhealthy things, because I need to control situations to make myself feel better, or I feel better when I feel like everybody else in the room is taken care of. But by the time everybody else in the room is taken care of, I have been taken advantage of, not because people are like purposely out to get you, but that's just like human nature. If somebody's going to keep giving, I had a coworker one time that was like, I was wondering when you were gonna slow down. We just kept taking from you. Well, that's a really rude, mean thing to say, and it just broke me, and I kept real quiet. But I also am admitting that I like to take all of these horrible little sentences, and instead of saying something right then, I will pile them up in my little baggie of tricks, and probably a month in, I'll be like, I freak out, and you can't continue that pace forever because you start to break. And I definitely have felt like I'm a little broken, but I honestly feel like our jobs are there to help us get some money. And if they are not fulfilling us in ways where it's more of a demeaning type of feeling when you're at work, or literally you get told, this is a doozy that I heard the other day. If you don't do what you're being asked to do, the things that you love will be taken away from you. That was at work. Somebody said that. Can you believe that? That's not a culture I want to work in, and I'm just being real with you because I don't know how long this stuff is going to last. I don't know how long I can continue to pretend that I am ready to move on. And I say that, I don't even know who's going to be listening to this, and I don't know what the future holds, but I am going to share with you the tidbits that I have learned in the process. Your self-care and your mental health is of utmost importance, and it is never selfish when you decide that you need to take a moment for yourself to reassess and figure out what you want. Everybody out there needs comfort, connection, the truth, but they also need to be honest with themselves. And you can't control anybody else or what they're up to. You only can control your path, your choices. So let's stop blaming other people for the decisions that we've made or the situation that we're in, because that's not going to change things. What are you going to do moving forward? One of the beautiful things about living in America is the fact that we do have a lot of resources and you can ask a lot of questions, but it also is a very, very broken system because half of the people are like, well, they need to work for it. Well, if you have no money and no job and no car, where do you start? Let's help each other, but also help yourselves. Self-care is never selfish. I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So, okay, that was a good one, yeah? I hope so. I don't know. I'm just talking to the air. Woo!